I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding. Ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
Yay.
Wednesday.
Hump day.
And also a sad hump day.
Is it a sad hump day?
It is a sad hump day.
Why?
We lost to somebody.
Who did we lose?
We lost somebody.
Who did we lose? I know Norm MacDonald died yesterday.
Yeah, we lost him.
That was sad.
It is sad.
Why you gotta make me upset now?
Well, I mean, because
Because you're not being nice.
I'm saying we lost Norm MacDonald.
Norm MacDonald had a farm.
He was a good guy, and he was a pretty good comic. I mean, sometimes his stuff was a little bland, but that's okay.
We still loved him. He was good. Okay. Anyway.
Anywho, so by now,
By where are we going?
by now,
By this moment. Gotcha.
Yeah. This magic moment.
Is it really though?
No,
Is it really magic?
not really. Everyone knows how deadly cow farts are, right? Right?
Cow farts.
Right?
Sure.
Super deadly.
Yeah. It's,
Right?
You know, the whole end of the world thing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what about cow farts? Now what?
Well, in a report,
A report.
or actually technically more like an expose,
Oh, good, because those are so much better.
climate alarmists have attempted to scare the world into fearing, for their lives and heading to the fainting couches over the, cow farts,
Okay. Yes,
But,
because allegedly,
Allegedly.
the whole cow farting thing causes greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the gas.
But did you know the Muffin Man? No. Sorry.
I thought that too. But do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man! Sorry, we can go through that script later.
Nope.
But did you know that cow piddle also has bad problems? Just as bad as the toots.
No, what? No, it doesn't.
Yep, cow piss, just as bad as the farts. It's the new thing.
Cow pee
Yep.
is bad.
According to researchers at the Research Institute for Farm Animal Biology in Dummersdorf, Germany, there is a way to battle cattle scourge.
Really?
It's reported from Radio New Zealand on Tuesday. They're potty training cows.
Are these people not aware that cows have been around for a very long time?
Kind of forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not been there.
It's been forever.
Yeah. So to sit here and to go, wow, we need to suddenly start potty. How? I'm confused. How do you go about?
According to the New York
How
Post.
exactly do you potty train a cow?
Good question. Yeah, but according to the New York Post, the ammonia in cow urine is a known greenhouse gas as it produces nitrous oxide when released into the soil. Some researchers believe that livestock farming is responsible for 10% of the world's greenhouse gases, the paper said. Yeah, researchers in Germany Research Institute, including Lindsay Matthews and Douglas Elif.
A leaf?
Elif.
Okay. Yeah, it's a leaf. Okay.
Not the car, had a bright idea. They said,
Really? Is it really a bright idea?
yes, it is a quite a bright idea.
Is it?
They said, why don't we just get the cows to use the toilet?
I might be jumping the gun here.
Sure, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Right. Okay.
But what
Mm.
are they going to do with it after it's used it? Like, not that I'm fully on board with the whole idea of them potty training, but let's just say that this is successful. I don't see how, but let's say it's successful.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You have now collected a large amount
Quite a large amount.
of cow pee.
Right. In a small area.
And and I'm just saying, you collect it. However, I don't know how they're potty training it. I don't know if cows actually.
How does the vapor not get released into the atmosphere? Is my question.
That's kind of where I'm going. And on top of that,
It's going to be worse.
once you collected it, where does it go?
Matthews and Alif told the RNZ that they've discovered that cows can be trained to use the toilet. Of sorts.
Huzzah!
Of sorts.
Questions
Which
which have been answered. Outstanding.
Which could help ranchers cut down on water contamination and greenhouse gases. The team was able to train 11 of the 16 calves in the program to pee in a very specific mooloo.
Oh my God.
A mooloo
That's it.
area within a few weeks, Matthew claimed.
Okay.
This allowed researchers to capture the nitrogen in the urine before it got into the water and turned into nitrous oxide.
This is stupid. This is stupid.
Yup. RNZ reported that the cows were part of a specific latrine pen that was painted different colors in order to set them apart from the other pens. Where the calves urinated in the mooloo pen, they were given a special treat.
So what did you do with the other 5 that didn't make it?
They didn't get a special treat.
They turned them into veal.
No, at that point, the meat's already too tough
Oh, that's right.
because they're walking around.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't do that.
That's true.
Yeah, if the cows had an accident or urinated outside of the mooloo, they were squirted with cold water.
Can you imagine being the poor bastard that had to be out there
All
in that
day
field?
long.
What'd you do today, honey? Well, I
Sprayed some cows.
sprayed a cow with cold water because he peed on the ground.
And then I collected his pee in a bucket that we call a mooloo.
There's always something. They're always trying to find something. The world is ending. We're all dying. It's all the cows have been around for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
Technically longer than humans.
Well, if you go by evolution standpoint, yeah.
Oh, no, even if you go by biblical, because technically he made animals and then man. Yep.
The land animals and man were basically the same day.
Yeah, but in if you read it in order, man was mentioned last. He made man last.
Okay, we're not going to go there.
Really? Hold on.
No.
Hold on. No.
We're not going to
No.
go there. No.
Time out, flag on the play. You're going to turn around and scoff at me because I'm reading it in literal order of the way it's written.
Listing order is not the same.
Listing order. But you're going to turn around and read me this crap?
Of course I'm going to read you this
You're a
crap.
jerk.
Yes, I know.
That's bull. See what I did there? Bull. No, you can't. Mm-mm.
Yes, I
You
can.
just sit here and argue with me about that. It was that's the order it was us. It was written.
Sure, yeah.
Animals and then man.
Sure. And in the original Hebrew, it was written, instead of in the beginning, it was in a beginning.
It's because they didn't have a definition of time. That's not the point. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that God created the animals first and then goes, all right, now we're going to make man to take care of all of them. Yeah. That's how it worked. He didn't make man and go, oh God, you're bored, huh? Let's just give you animals to take care of. That's not how it went.
How do you know?
Because I'm confident.
Okay.
I'm just as confident as these jackasses are who try to turn around
I think
and
you're probably more confident than they are because they're
potty training cows
Yeah.
because, urine is bad.
Quote, this is how some people train their kids. By spraying them with water. And giving them treats.
I can honestly say in potty training both of my boys, never once have I ever
Taken the hose to them?
I've never done that.
Have
no.
they also peed in areas that weren't the potty?
Yep, they have, and I've never sprayed them with anything and said no, that's not.
Don't do it
how
there.
you do it. That's not right.
If you spray them with water, more than likely they're going to pee some more.
Yeah, depending on how the temperature of the water, absolutely.
That's cold.
And here's what's funny, just so we're clear. And I understand what the argument's going to come back and be. Well, these are cows are bigger animals.
Sure.
Whatever.
Right.
There's way more ammonia in cat pee than there is in cow pee.
I can attest. I can attest to this.
A lot.
I can attest to that.
More.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But cats live in the house.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
There's a whole dude. I went to go dump trash the other day. There was like 12 sitting over there by that trash can.
Down there in the...
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So don't tell me they all live outside or they all live indoors.
Well, I'm just saying,
So they got a piece. Oh, they potty train too? They go into the gas station and go before the gas station closes? Pardon me, sir. I need to handle this. This is so stupid. And the bad part is people go, oh my God. This is the next best thing. We have to potty train cows.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to finish this quote.
Do we have to?
I'm going to finish this quote.
know.
I have to, yes, now,
Okay.
because you're going to love it. Yeah. Quote,
I find that hard to believe.
this is how we train this is how people train their children, They put them on the toilet, wait for them to pee, then reward them if they do. Turns out it works for calves too. In a very short order, 5 or 10 urinations for some animals, they demonstrated that they understood the connection between the desired behavior and the reward by going to the feeder as soon as they started urinating.
Okay. So now we're going to start potty training cows.
Well, they are in Germany.
They don't have room for cows.
In Germany?
No.
There's no farmland in Germany.
There is no farmland in Germany.
It's all been destroyed by war.
I mean, I'm sure it's grown back some since, but
Sure, yeah.
Pigpool Snark Jackal over on Twitter. Cows sound just awful. We should kill and eat them. That'll learn them.
That's right.
That's how
That'll
you do
learn them. Good job.
James of Louisiana over on Twitter. Also, hashtag arm yourselves. Changing the bull's diaper can be hazardous to your health.
Yes.
That's not an udder, my friend.
No.
Schrodinger's slug. Took me a minute to
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
get the
The
yeah, Schrodinger's slug over on Twitter. If cow farts were that deadly, or that golden resource, the Chinese would have already found a way to harvest cow farts and turn it into a bomb. Who says they haven't?
Right?
I'm just saying.
Considering they outsource everything else.
I know. Right?
Dinga Chris also saying, were they trying to teach the cows something? Stop it.
Yeah, I know. Oblivion Flickery. According to researchers at the research place there, cow urine can cause you to get pneumonia and stuff. Adam W. Johnson, the version of this for pigs is called
A porkajon?
porkajon.
Yeah, that's good
For
times.
chickens, it's just called fowl.
Get it? Foul.
What you did there. And Oblivion Flickering also on Twitter. This whole cow problem would be easily solved by teaching bulls to put on condoms.
I love you guys. It's so good. So good.
Hold on. This is a good point. Oblivion Flickering also throwing in there. Cow pee makes nitrous oxide? Isn't that the same thing as laughing gas?
Shh.
This is
It's a little bit more stringent.
This is so retarded.
It's astringent. More stringent. Anyway, speaking of heifers,
It's a hell of a heifer right here. For sure.
the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America has now installed its first openly transgender bishop on Saturday. We were going to save this for Carrie, but we haven't seen her, so.
Yeah, she's handling business and stuff like that.
And things and stuff, so. Reverend Megan Rohrer.
What?
Megan Rohrer. Rohrer.
I know,
Rohrer.
but I'm just. I get in my car and he goes. Roar.
I get on the bike, he goes, roar. I pet the big kitty, he goes, roar.
Anyway.
Yes, Reverend Megan, who's a guy, roar, was installed as a bishop of the Sierra Pacific Synod
Okay.
of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America after being elected in May to serve a 6-year term.
Oh, good. Because, it's what we need is to have transgender, to have a minister, pastor, allegedly a pastor.
Right.
Who will then stand up in front of a congregation and be a literal walking example
Of what not to be.
I was gonna say, trying to be the example of
Sin?
a straight contradiction of what God is. Because if
A straight sin.
you can't sit here, you can't sit here and say how great God is and how perfect God is and what He does, and then turn around and go, "But I was made and I was in the wrong body."
Because God was wrong about
Yeah, it doesn't
me.
work that way.
Yeah, you can't be both God is great and God is good and God is all knowing and loving and kind too, but he didn't do me right.
He broke the mold with me. No, it's not true.
Straight contradiction, you get it.
I got it, man.
Thank you.
I saw
All
it,
right,
and-
it's good. All right. Roar.
This is gonna irritate me already. I could tell.
It's okay. It's a short one. Became one of the 7 quilt bag pastors accepted by the Progressive Evangelical Lutheran Church in 2010 after it allowed ordination of pastors of the same-sex relationships. Here's what they say. Quote, I step into this role.
Which one? As a different gender or as a minister?
All of them.
You. Okay.
Because a diverse community of Lutheran in Northern California and Nevada prayerfully and thoughtfully voted to do a historic thing.
See,
That was from Roar.
See, here's the problem with that, and you kind of danced on that just a tad, but you're not telling the whole truth. The only reason it
Nothing
had
but the
nothing
truth.
had nothing to do with prayer.
No.
There was no prayerfully and thoughtfully voted. They did it because it was historical. That's how we got Barack Obama. Is because it was historical.
The first black president.
That's why a lot of people were pushing to try and get Biden in, because you get the first black female vice president.
And then also president
Yeah,
when he gets kicked out.
or
And she's not black.
or killed.
Can we get
I
back?
know she's not, but
she has absolutely zero black.
yeah, she's Indian, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's still colored.
She's Indian from India.
See, you have to understand the Democrats, the racist people, the real racist people, are looking at her as just a colored woman, and that's all they see. Doesn't matter if she's what ethnic color she comes from or how it gets there. She's colored, and that's how they look at it. I mean, just saying.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
Hashtag Mulu.
Oh, that's not going to die now. Damn it. That's going to be around.
Grandma goes to the bathroom. Hashtag Mulu.
going back to the see, we knew we shouldn't have moved on. Now that we've Donna Ray Ivy makes a good point. Why are the Moolus only for cow pee? What about the cow pies?
Right.
Now, I've seen cows kind of do both at the same time.
That's usually what they do.
So does it filter it out? I don't know. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
About the liquid versus solid debate that they didn't answer.
Because there's no logical answer to it.
There's no
all of it
reason
anyway.
for them
Just
to
like
do
this
this.
story, there's no logical reason behind it. It's
Right, it's just we wanted to.
quote, my installation, which is weird to just
Sorry.
keep referring to it that way.
Excuse me, which installation are you talking about?
I'd have to be
Are you
obviously
talking about the fake boobs, or you're talking about the
the ministering,
ministry
the fake,
pastoralship?
It's not the fake boobs, it's the fake pastor job.
Oh, gotcha.
My installation will celebrate all that is possible when we trust God to shepherd us forward.
Why didn't Roar just become a Unitarian?
I have a bad feeling, and I'm wondering if that's not how this is going. And I've thought about this, not like at great length, but I've
Because
pondered. I've spent 20 minutes on the toilet and I've pondered this
right. Okay.
because I know how to. I am house trained, so I
Yeah,
I know how to use
nobody
the
has
potty.
to spray you with cold
No,
water.
I'm good now.
Yeah, it's good.
Um,
It took years.
it took many years. But no, I wonder if that's not how they're trying to do it. If the whole Unitarian thing is trying to start one denomination and just work down the line.
Work through all of them?
Work through all of them.
And then it become the universal Unitarian.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
We all need to be unified.
The Unitarian tonight.
Schrodinger's slug. Northern California and Nevada. Here's your problem right there.
Here's your sign.
Exactly. It's
Jeff Foxworthy, where are you?
yeah. No, that was Bill Engvall was Here's Your Sign.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, and so I get everything confused. from
Yeah,
there.
well, no, you were thinking of is Bill Engvall
you
was
might be a redneck.
yeah, you might be a redneck.
That's right. Yeah,
was-
that one. Sorry.
But yeah, so
My bad.
again, the whole there's a lot of argument. There's a lot of problems here. Again, people can have the denominational debate of whether or not a woman should be a pastor to begin with. That's a whole different argument and discussion removed from the fact that you're going to stand there in front of a multitude of people and tell them continuously on what will probably be a daily basis, that love and trust a God who screws up
All the time. Look at me.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm just gonna stand here and watch them burn.
Wow. Okay.
But that's all right because
No, stop it.
I like.
Peekaboo Snarky Jackal over on Twitter. If you come to PA, watch out for the western end of PA 741, Dylan. It passes through Roarstown. And you know what's bad, though, is being a town, guarantee you those cats turn around and have some other weird enunciation for it. Like I'm seeing is Roarstown.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not going to be Roarstown.
It's like Rorschach.
Yeah, it's
It's Rear.
or just they're just going to drop the
It's
H.
Roar.
Yeah, it's Roarstown.
Roarstown.
Roarstown is how they're going to say it.
Rowerstown.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it's not Roar.
like-
There's a double ER right there. It's
It's
Roar.
like Worcestershire.
Yeah, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire
Worcestershire.
or Worcestershire.
I can't do Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
It's too many syllables there.
There are more things in the word, and you're just not pronouncing it. What's
I
wrong
know.
with- Why?
Well, it's because I used to have the same problem with cinnamon and cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
You just used to?
I used to.
It used to be a playground.
Yeah, now I just slow down and just say it real slow and be like, I like having cinnamon. I do. Because if I get too fast or I let it run up, it's cinnamon and then and the bad part is there's like how many syllables? What? How
hold on.
There was 12 syllables in that one word. What did you say?
Huh?
Yeah.
It's like, are you just being cute, or are you trying to say it?
half the time it comes out wrong, and so because I get way too excited and realize it's like, because what happens is I overthink it halfway through saying the word, It's like, am I doing it right? And it's like, so basically I have a mild stroke every time I say
you gain Tourette's every time.
that's every time. Dang it, Chris has got it right. Yes. On behalf of God and his representatives here on earth, we hereby announce that God has changed his mind on homosexuality and the number of genders he meant to make. Nope, that's not how any of this works. Stop it.
Good job keeping with the spray. It's a good tool to use.
Yeah, James made a good point. I'd hate to be the person standing before God in judgment telling him he made a mistake.
I know, right?
Yeah, if at that point, yeah,
You did it wrong, God.
You're pretty ballsy at that point. The end is nigh.
Bill Nye?
Nah, I hate that guy. Shut up. He's a horrible douchebag.
Yes, he is. I don't disagree. Dyslexic, too, which is really funny because he had to read cue cards all the time.
Pastor Rohrer lopped it off of me as an abomination.
Yeah.
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 Four's the shores.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how long they'll actually serve out there. Bishop. It'd probably be longer than the 6 years.
Forever.
For being in Northern California and Nevada.
It's forever. Come on.
It's going to be later than that.
It's going to be out there for a while.
Yay, everybody on the Facebook.
Hi, Fables.
There once was a man from Nantucket. Oh.
You had to take a shit.
In a bucket. Bent down too low. The next thing you know, his butt was covered in poo.
Whoops.
It didn't rhyme, but
Yeah.
This is Defenders Live.
Oblivion flickering on the Twitters. The New Englanders simply say, Worcester.
Worcester what?
Worcestershire.
Oh,
Say Worcester.
Western Chestershire.
Worcestershire.
That's it. Somehow or another, every time I hear it, I when I think of the word in my head, I keep wanting to throw a ton at the end, and I don't know why.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Nope.
It's not even.
It's not even close.
Not
No.
even close.
You had a lot of extra syllables in there. They don't need to be there.
know,
It's not going to
I
happen.
know.
Nope.
Well, you know what? It's a good thing we might have somebody coming on to join the team, huh?
Right, yeah. I mean, it'd be good.
If we get somebody hired in,
You know,
soon,
it'd be wonderful. You know,
help run the social better, so I don't sound quite like an idiot.
Right. You make us sound like idiots.
I know,
And that's
I
not
know.
difficult, but still,
No, it's not a high bar to try and raise by any stretch of the imagination.
you know, possibly just kind of, float the ideas out to us and run the boards.
I've been
sort of
trying to do
ways
it forever trying to get somebody hired on. It's irritating me because,
You know,
you know as well as I do, like the Worcestershire type
things.
thing. Because let's be honest, how often does everybody pick on the way I say certain things?
All the time,
Like,
especially me.
what do you do with water on the stove when you turn it up real high?
Yeah, that
that
one.
whole, that
We
whole
need to-
bit mixed with my Worcestershire and the
We need to
and the
put that. That needs to be on a shirt. Honestly,
like
we need that on a shirt somewhere.
literally spell it out as bowl each time.
I'm a bowl and a bowl.
Bowl equals
Bowl.
egg. Bowl equals container. Bowl equals. It would be pretty funny, actually.
I think so.
They all sound the same. That's the point. General Mark Miley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of
I
Staff.
think it's Millie.
I'm calling him Miley.
It's Millie.
No, he's a Miley.
Miley Cyrus. Mm-hmm. Oh.
It responded through a spokesperson on Wednesday to a bombshell report that was published this week alleging that he told his Chinese counterpart that he would warn the Chinese military if then President Donald Trump ordered a strike against China.
Allegedly.
Now, you know at this point that whatever is going to come after this is straight and total BS. You want to know how you know? Even though we're reading it, and do you want to know how you can tell?
Yeah. Well, I mean, can I guess?
Sure.
I mean, it may be completely wrong.
Sure. Go ahead.
Responded through a spokesperson.
And circle gets the square. You've been accused of something and you send somebody else out to answer for you. Odds are you're lying through your teeth and you know it.
Sidebar.
Uh-huh.
You know that square equals circle?
I know. Because, 4 equal sides is 90 degrees, which 4
360
times 90 is 360,
degrees.
and 360 degrees is
circle. It's
Yeah, I
a
know.
square equals circle.
Circles equal square. Yeah, I know.
Math!
It's the only math I know, and people get mad at me when I throw that one out there. Anyway, quote, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff regularly communicates with the chiefs of defense across the world, including the Chinas and the Russias.
Right.
The statement said, quote, these conversations remain vital to improving mutual understanding of the U.S. national security interest, reducing tensions, providing clarity, and avoiding unintended consequences or conflict, end quote.
Wait, huh? I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. These conversations are about improving mutual understanding, reducing tensions,
Yeah.
providing clarity, and avoiding unintended consequences or conflict. Translation, doesn't matter what the people want or what even the president ends up doing and saying, and what's been proven, these calls are meant to kind of smooth things out, to work deals out. So that way, look, Mr. Ping, here's the deal. I know that it was said that he's going to just bomb the ever holy hell out of you, but you know what? He didn't mean that. It's Trump. You don't listen to him.
And don't worry, if he says it,
I'll let you know. We'll fix it. You don't worry. You're talking to me. I will be your guy. Don't listen to him. He is just some puppet there. Don't worry about it. Blah blah blah. Now, does that sound?
I'm your liaison.
Does that sound like something that you want having? To run your country, or not even run your country, but do you want that in your government?
No, not at all. I don't want that at all.
The guy who arguably is the second in command under the president.
Yeah, I don't want that. No. Nope.
The Washington Post
Yes.
reported Tuesday, based on revelations in the forthcoming book from Bob Woodard and Robert Costa, that Miley is allegedly so worried that Trump would strike China that he called and told General Li Zhonging of the People's Liberation Army that the U.S. would not launch a strike, and that if the U.S. did, it would not be a surprise.
Allegedly.
Quote, General Lee, I want to assure you that the American government is stable.
I'm sorry, what?
Because that's how you talk to other nations.
Yeah, you tell every
their behalf.
On behalf of America.
Yeah.
On behalf of America, we are stable.
Yeah.
We aren't unhinged.
Yeah. Don't worry, the American government is stable and everything is going to be okay. We're not going to attack or conduct any kinetic operations against you. Generally, you and I have known each other for now 5 years. If we're going to attack, I'm going to call you ahead of time. It's not going to be a surprise. End quote. You know what's funny? Before I even read all that, I just kind of threw that out there.
You did.
It was almost verbatim. Not quite.
And that's the funny thing, because you literally have not read this
No.
yet. You're reading it first time now.
Yeah.
And we're getting your reactions to it now
Yeah.
on the spot. And you literally said that before you read it.
It's almost like I know that, you can't.
What's going to happen,
You can
right?
kind of smell the BS through the computer.
If this was The Rock, it'd be cooking.
It'd be burnt at this point.
Yes.
Statement. The statement from Miley's spokesperson continued, quote, his calls with the Chinese and others in October and January were in keeping with these duties and responsibilities, conveying reassurance in order to maintain strategic stability. All calls from a chairman to his counterparts, including those reported, are staffed, coordinated, and communicated with the Department of Defense and interagencies. The font threw me off.
Yeah, it does.
Also, in keeping with his responsibilities as senior military advisor to the President and the Secretary of Defense, Miley frequently conducts meetings with uniformed leaders across the services to ensure all leaders are aware of the current issues. The meeting regarding nuclear weapon protocols was to remind uniformed leaders, or is that uninformed? I think the word is uninformed. Uninformed leaders in the Pentagon of the long-established and robust procedures in light of media reporting on the subject. General Miley continues to act and advise within his authority in the law tradition of the civilian control of the military and his oath to the Constitution, end quote. Yes, Stephen from Defenders Live Mojo 50.
That said absolutely nothing.
Yeah. It was
That's literally just hot air,
yeah.
meaning absolutely nothing. It didn't address the specific claim that has been stated at all.
All you did was come out and just say what his job is.
That's
It's
it.
supposed to be.
You just stated his job requirements, which,
Yeah.
by the way, pretty much anybody could do. You don't have to be a part of the military to do that. If
Yeah.
that's all his, as SecDef, if that's his only
Yeah.
job is to go and meet with other militaries of other countries, including our enemies, and make sure that they're up to date on the latest information, you could send a memo and get it done faster. You don't have to give them a call. You told a general of China
Yeah.
that if Donald Trump decided to take action on the words that he presented,
Yeah.
that you would warn them in advance. Isn't that treason?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. Sweatimus Prime is saying that very same thing at DOA show. If only there was some word that covers giving advance warning to the enemy.
Treason?
Yeah, that's that
Let me get.
dereliction of duty.
Is it Satan?
Yeah, it's,
You know, that's. What do you. I mean, yeah.
uh-huh.
It's treason. No.
Oh, this is fantastic. Miley's face widespread calls to resign over the phone call, including from Trump, who said in a statement, quote, if the story of dumbass General Mark Miley, and he said dumbass, the same failed leader who engineered the worst withdrawal from a country, Afghanistan, in U.S. history, leaving behind many dead and wounded soldiers and many American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the newest and most sophisticated military equipment in the world
That
and
they didn't destroy.
and our country's reputation is true, then I assume he would be tried for treason? In that he would have been dealing with his Chinese counterpart behind the president's back and telling China that he would be giving them notification of a quote-unquote attack. Can't do that, Trump continued. Good news is that the story is fake news. You moved it.
Sorry.
The good news is that the story is fake news concocted by a weak and ineffective general together with two authors who I refuse to give an interview to because they write fiction, not fact. Action should be taken immediately against Miley and better generals in our military, of which we have many. God, I forgot how hard it is to read his stuff.
You can't do that.
Should get involved so that another Afghanistan disaster never happens again. Remember, I was the one who took out 100% of the ISIS caliphate. Miley said it could not be done, end quote. Oh, continuing on when he concluded.
For the record,
There you go.
I never thought of attacking China. And China knows that.
Sure they do.
The people that fabricated the story are sick and demented.
Sorry. It's going a little off track.
I was going to say, you're slowly starting to drift into like a Ted kind of Bill and Ted kind
Bill
of
and Ted sort of thing. So I'm sorry. It's dying out on me today.
Yeah. Anyway, the people that fabricated this story are sick and demented, and the people who printed it are just as bad. In fact, I'm the only president in decades who didn't get the U.S. into a war, a well-known fact that is seldom reported, end quote.
I hate when he toots his own horn, but he is right. He didn't actually get us into an additional wars.
Yeah,
any of them.
No, even with the worries we had in the beginning with North Korea
and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
He actually somehow got around all of that by being a blowhard.
Yeah,
he got around it by being the guy with the twitchy trigger finger.
Yeah,
it's like, just don't mess with the guy.
Pretty much. Oblivion flickering over Twitter. Don't forget that it was General Miley who started the, quote, Trump protest was an attempted coup propaganda.
Yes, it was.
If he turns a few broken windows into an insurrection, it's not surprising that he would elevate one of Trump's tweets into a nuclear war. And especially with something like China.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a bad day.
It is. It's you know what's going to make it worse, though?
What's that?
Dr. Anthony Fauci.
God.
Director of the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Disease.
You mean seat warmer for the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Disease? Because he doesn't know. He can't. No.
Has been named by The Guardian as the sexiest man alive.
Isn't The Guardian UK?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
You know the thing with the UK?
Yeah.
I think the only reason why he got that by The Guardian
yeah.
is because his teeth are straight. The man has got some decent dental work done.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Or he's maintained it, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got some good, smile bones.
Chompers.
Yeah, his smile bones are doing all right.
Yeah, smile bones, good times.
So that's kind of a low bar too. Like the sexiest man?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that at least according to the Guardian's readers, or at least they thought the Guardian's readers would all look at Anthony Fauci and their heart would flutter. They get the palpitations. They really,
and then they would go get a COVID test. The Guardians,
we need to put him on a ventilator right away.
And just leave him there to die. The Guardian's Instagram post about Fauci's latest accolades said that the scientist, doctor, and public servant has become an unlikely cult hero for millions of people during the COVID pandemic. The post added that Fauci, whom the Guardian also calls a pop culture phenomenon, is the focus of a documentary appropriately titled Fauci.
Yeah, remember we talked about
it. Yeah, it's not.
We don't care. The trailer. It's horrible.
Did you?
As
of 5 p.m. Eastern, here are the first 10 reactions.
Okay.
On Instagram about him being labeled the sexiest man alive.
Oh God, here we go.
You've got to be joking. Nope. Tell me about glorification. Yikes. Are you joking? Wait, what? Satire, I assume.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
That's right.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust him with a brush.
I wouldn't trust him to watch my dogs.
And then, is this the plot of a Twilight Zone episode?
I could see it all happening right now.
In a world.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And number 10 may be the best reply of the bunch, saying, the sexiest gain of function research funder.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go. So,
Ayo.
so even the people in the UK or in whoever reads The Guardian
On the
regular
Instagrams.
are saying,
Bull hockey.
what in the actual hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, more than 28,000 people signed a change.org petition last year asking People magazine to name Fauci as the sexiest man alive.
Those 28,000 people must have all been vaccinated.
No, those 28,000 people were all bots. It was one guy, Fauci.
He just kept clicking and clicking.
No, he hired a bunch of bots. You can do that.
No, I know.
You can hire a guy that does a bunch of bots. That's all it was. Online petitions mean nothing. Quote, his comforting and intelligent demeanor has helped to lessen our nation's anxiety. He speaks the truth to power, a strength few have at this time. His kind face and manner speaking brings calm to the storm. That's how the petition read.
I would sign it.
For sapophiles and many others, he is definitely the sexiest man alive in 2020.
What the hell is a sapiophile?
I really don't know, actually. I don't
wanna
know.
look
Off
at
the top of my
anything.
head, I have no idea. I can copy paste, dude.
No, I got this.
I
But
got
you
it.
keep reading.
I don't have anything else to read. I'm going to copy paste it because I've
Oh.
got. You can read a tweet or two while I'm doing it.
Okie dokie. Well, reading a tweet or two. Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. In a related story, President Sippy Cup is proposing an intelligence sharing alliance with China, North Korea, Russia, Iran, and the U.S. The member countries of the Chino-Corona. Heck on it. I just read it. Chino-Coranus.
Okay.
That's all abbreviation or all.
Chinacornis,
Yeah, it's the China.
Croatia.
It's China, North Korea, Iran, U.S., Russia.
Oh, okay.
Will work together to control and suppress the proletariat.
Yes.
Isn't that fantastic?
That is very fantastic. A sapiophile is someone who is attracted to intelligence and intelligent people. And that means sexually attracted to people that are smart, not their looks.
But no,
Just the smartness.
no. Okay, no, so that's fine. Would anybody even define Fauci as being smart?
I wouldn't, considering what I've heard of him and from him and how he's spoken and how he's failed over the past 40 years of being in public service and constantly getting paid more money. I'd say that he's not an intelligent person. But that's just me.
Yep.
That's just me, I guess.
Also, Oblivion flickering. Have you heard about AUKUS?
AUKUS?
AUKUS. Oh, what a relief it is. I was worried that Biden would have to liquefy our U.S. Constitution without the aid of the Australia and United Kingdom. Thank you, AUKUS, for helping our president keep us in line.
Swedimus Prime at DOA Show. Chinook Uranus. Didn't realize it was that kind of party.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I thought, too. I kept reading it, and I'm like, I know this is dumb trying to enunciate it because
Nope.
it's not it, but
Not quite the same.
yeah, it's Australia, UK, and it's all dumb. So this is a fun one. A group of kids aged 12 to 15 were arrested in Georgia on Friday after leading police on a wild 120-mile-an-hour highway chase. Oh, and by the way, 3 of them were wanted on murder and home invasion charges.
12 to 15-year-olds.
Yes. Yes. Police in Camden County, Georgia, had to use spike strips to stop a black Honda Accord they encountered traveling southbound on Interstate 95 at dangerous speeds Friday night, according to a post in the Kingsland Police Department's Facebook page. Officers reportedly first noticed the car traveling 96 miles per hour on the highway. What are you doing?
You'll get it in a second.
Okay, well, You know, there. They were doing 96 miles an hour on the highway and attempted to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver responded by speeding up to 120 in an attempt to flee. The vehicle eventually exited the interstate and made a U-turn, allowing officers to lay down strips. Upon successfully stopping the vehicle, officers discovered that it was a 12-year-old boy that was driving.
Wow.
12. Inside the vehicle was 3 more passengers, all under the age of 15.
Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
The 12-year-old was driving.
The 12-year-old is
I
running.
got this, guys.
Don't worry. This is nothing, Chief. But the shocking news only continued after officers ran the occupant's name through a police databases and discovered that 3 of them, including the driver, had active warrants for their arrest for home invasion and second-degree murder of a Duval County, Florida.
Wow.
In all, police arrested 3 boys ages 12, 14, and 15, along with a 15-year-old girl. The 4 individuals are currently being held at a youth detention center, according to WJAX-TV.
You know what the bad part about this is?
What's that?
They're going to get thrown into juvie. And
Well, they have to.
And at 21 or whatever, they're going to get out.
Maybe.
And then they're just going to go through. No, you get it?
No, I got it.
Kids with guns.
Kids with guns. I got it. But I hate the gorillas. I really do.
I understand, but it's kids with guns. So,
Yeah. The 12-year-old faces a litany of new charges as a result of the high-speed chase, including but not limited to theft by bringing stolen property into the state. I didn't know that was a thing. Speeding, reckless driving, fleeing, and attempting to elude a fugitive form of justice. Or fugitive from justice. God, I can't read
wow,
that.
not today.
Yeah. Authorities have so far refused to say which deadly home invasion the juveniles are arrested for taking part in, though WJAX pointed to a report from last week involving a group of minors breaking into a home on Huron Street and killing a 28-year-old man. The break-in was reportedly caught on surveillance video and showed 7 boys and 1 girl coming into the house, 5 of them with handguns. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office sent the news outlet the following statement, quote, "It does appear at least 2 of the subjects located in the stolen vehicle in Georgia are tied to an active investigation here in Jacksonville. Detectives continue to work diligently to identify those that may have played part in the crime. As such, we are unable to provide additional details into the investigation at this time. To do so would impede further investigation efforts, arrests, and or prosecutions."
Good.
End quote.
That's perfectly fine. I completely understand that. 12 to 15.
Yeah. It's weird how that goes, huh?
Like, what the hell, guys? My oldest is 11.
Yeah.
12 to 15. Where are the parents?
Well,
Where are the parents?
obviously not with the kids.
Not with the kids. How did they get guns?
It was the
Yeah,
parents.
probably.
That was probably the
Possibly.
parents that time.
Yeah, or gangs at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it could at that point, but how would you, like, seriously, what would you do as the parent of the 12-year-old?
That killed somebody.
Well,
Allegedly.
I don't know that for sure, but
That was party to killing somebody.
let's forget even that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but yeah, you find out has got a giant warrant list, and
Right.
you get the phone call. Yeah, your son was driving 120 miles an hour down 95.
We had to throw out spike strips.
Yeah. At that point, I'd be like,
Best of luck to you, kid.
yeah, pretty much.
You done did wrong.
Yeah, you call me when you get out.
No, don't.
Oh no, you're still the parent.
Oh no. I was like, I'm gonna come visit once everything's settled.
Yeah, you enjoy this. Good luck. You want to act like an adult?
You get treated like an adult.
Go get treated like an adult. You
Have
call
fun.
me when your court date's on.
If you think you're smart enough and brave enough and tough enough, by God, you can learn. Mm-hmm. Let's hope.
A B from the SAV. Yeah, that's normal down in Georgia. Rite of passage, really. I blame the bandit. Except for that driving was through like Texarkana and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they did technically go through Georgia.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't they? I can't remember the route now. I need to go get it. I was mad because Voodoo had it for like $5 to buy,
Yeah.
and I missed it. I'm so mad.
You're okay.
Adam W. Johnson is comparing himself to Fauci, saying as he's got better hair and teeth than me, but I've never been mistaken for a woman at a distance.
That's very true.
That's good to have.
That's very, very true.
But it's probably because you're drinking American Pride Roasters coffee.
Yes.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That's definitely true.
Historically great coffee. It's guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth. Clearly, after that story with the 12-year-olds, the world is going to hell. The least you can do is have a nice cup of Joe in your cup as you watch it burn.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Yep.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Don't forget to go to Mojo50.com. That's where you're going to find all the rest of the hosts of the Mojo 50 Radio Network, as well as the schedule and everything else. You can find all of that also over on the iHeartRadio app, where they have the Mojo 50 Radio button. Press that, get 24/7 free speech talk.
Yep. Go to our website, doaeshow.com. Check out the archives, the shop. Become a defender with us. Got some new things popping up there you would be very interested in looking at. I'm just saying. Follow us on all social medias at DOA Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves. We got one more hour. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Adam W. Johnson, let me help out Dylan Lyles' reading issues tonight. Dylan Lyles does likely drink liquor, Lucky Duck. That wasn't hard. That
was easy.
That one's easy. Now, Sally sells she shells by she see that. I'm already screwing it up.
Done.
And I can't
You're
even
done.
Yeah.
Done.
Give me your keys and you go home. Didn't I just say to you, dude, you can't say you hate the gorillas. People will think you're racist.
The band!
No, I don't care at this point. There isn't anything I can say or do that would not make me not be racist.
He's a white guy from the South. He's always going to be racist.
Yeah, exactly.
He also hurts because, he's back working again. Fill yours up first. Danke. Ay, 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 ay.
Giddy up, boom, pom, pow, pow.
Boop, 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 boop.
I'm sorry, folks. Park is closed. The moose is out front and should have told you. I love that movie.
Oh, jeez.
So good. Georgia to Texarkana and back. Boys are thirsty in Atlanta. Gotta get their beer to Texarkana. Yeah, I remember now.
There you are.
I remember now.
I remember when.
I love that movie. The second one I didn't care for, but
Well, the second one of pretty much every
everything
movie.
is- yeah.
Second and third and fourth or whatever, it's useless. All right? Stop it.
The only time it's not is when it's, a movie based off of a book.
And it's made to be in section.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, well, not even made to section out. It's just you can't do the movie in its entirety.
Yeah, you can't make a book that technically would actually pull out, 4 hours
Yeah.
into one movie.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but nobody would watch it.
Well, yes, they would. Have you seen the people that go through everything Star Wars in one day?
That's true. I love Star Wars, but I couldn't.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I
couldn't
can't do
it.
that. No.
I couldn't do it.
That sort of marathon is no.
After about the 5th or 6th one, I will be wanting to hang myself.
And then the whole, you got to do it in order of release.
No, not of release.
Release date order. You got to
No, it's you do it in the story's chronological order, you moron. I know. Those are the people that get on my nerves.
Or else you lose half the story of of number 4.
No, you don't. Shut up, jackass.
Luke. telling you, man.
I wonder if there's a website a person can go and purchase one of those mugs.
I don't know. I think it's at DOAEshow.
Yeah, you can go there. Check it out.
DOAEshow.com.
That's where you go to get the
That's
mugs.
where you get the mugs.
Mugs and shirts and all kinds of fandangled stuff.
You can even get stickers.
You can.
And you can put them on all of your mugs.
That would be fantastic. One day, I would love to see our stickers and just be driving around and just see one of our stickers on the back of a car.
Yeah. I think I might start putting them on places.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
You know, the thing kind of smells like cookie dough.
Yeah, I know. You know what it honestly is? What makes it funny
What?
is it's vanilla. It's like it tastes like
I was going to guess vanilla.
it's
but
vanilla
it's
and
like-
well, it's a mixture. I made it myself. It's a mixture of vanilla and like hardcore mint.
okay.
When I say hardcore mint, like imagine like you've had the Dentine ice.
Yeah.
Imagine like that cold
Uh-huh.
mixed with vanilla.
That'd be good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully I can quit all of it soon, but
Yeah,
until then,
But until then, at least you got something that's
Yeah.
flavorful. We're talking about his vape.
my little
Yeah,
vapey thingy because
because, you know, smoking indoors is bad.
yeah, and I need to
Okay.
quit anyway, and so
So it's a slow process.
but at least I can do this, and
you know. But yeah, it had more like a cookie smell to it.
it's the
The
vanilla.
baked cookie
It's the
smell. It's
vanilla.
the vanilla going in there. Because
there's
it's
a
also
lot-
in the coil, the heating coil and the vanilla.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It smells good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be like I was never gonna be one of those guys that I always thought that people had a vape were kind of
Douche.
pretentious. Yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of
They were
douchey.
douche.
And most of them I know are.
Yeah.
Because they're all like, this one cost me $350, and I ain't turning around. And they would you watch them drag and stuff. And I found out when I went in to go buy mine that they actually have it in two different versions. It's on the one hand, do you just need it to as another form of smoking, or do you
Right,
trying
yeah.
to quit or whatever, or are you doing it literally for like competition because you want to blow lots of smoke? Like that's literally the two options they gave you.
You just want to stand there in front of a big area
And I
blow
looked-
what looks like smoke out of people's faces and not get hurt, not get upset about it.
Well, I looked at the lady and I'm like, wait a minute, are you serious? Yeah, she's like, yeah, there are people who only want to do it so they can inhale a boatload of, and it's not smoke, it's vapor.
It's vapor,
But, they want to be able to, and they just want to blow this giant cloud. And I'm like, that's
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it is, but that's what they want to do. And I'm
Like
like, sell it to them.
there
I'm
are
like, okay.
competitions in smoke.
God bless America.
in vape blowing.
Yeah. And there's this whole, it is, they are all pretentious and everything else.
Bull crap.
But no, I just it's nice for when I'm inside and I if I use this I do it less. But it's one of those things that like I can't like if I'm at work I already have to go outside to use this anyway, so my brain just goes might as well just have a cigarette and be done with it.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
So-
Knights of St. Knee, who pulls out for 4 hours? Talking about our movie quote thing with the 4-hour video and whatever for the book. And all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a good question, but you know,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Depends on if you took the blue pill or
That's very true.
you might have to go call your doctor. You have to pull out after 4
Afterwards.
hours.
Right.
After a while, you kind of have
You
to.
just got to let it go. Sorry. So no, that actually reminds me of something else. So I was scrolling through the TikToks, and there was this guy. He's he friendly neighborhood drill sergeant, apparently.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool, like very soft spoken guy. Anyway, he stitched one of the videos of this other guy, this other kid, and this kid he was like, y'all can't dump me on PT or whatever, blah 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 blah. Smoke me, y'all can't smoke me, y'all can't smoke me, y'all can't smoke me, nobody can smoke me. And he was like,
Okay.
bet. It's like, here's the rules and regulations.
I'll
I
be your
can't
huckleberry.
force you to do anything for more than X amount of time, and I can't force you to do anything for X amount of reps. But here's what I can do. You have to do 1 push-up, and I'm going to smoke you. You have to do 1 continuous push-up for 2 minutes. And every time you pause, no, continuous, you can't stop.
Yeah.
And you can only do 1. And every time you pause or stop, you have to restart at the beginning.
That's hard to do.
Uh-huh.
Because you have to go like really
So
slow.
It hurt. It sounds like it. Oh, that's going to hurt, buddy.
But hey, I win.
And then if you complain,
It's another.
if you go up and complain, it's, what did he make you do? A push-up?
Yeah.
A push-up? Yeah, he made me do a push-up for 2 minutes.
It's fun.
Go away.
Little pansy.
So it's like, yeah, based on the regulations, I can force you to do 1 thing for 2 minutes long.
I can't hardly do. I can't.
Just think about doing a push-up. 1 solid push-up, not pausing, nothing else.
That's
not
hard.
Not planking. You have to constantly engage every single muscle involved in it, going all the way down. It take you a whole minute to get down.
Well, you would have to, but
And a whole minute to push
there's
back
not
up.
a lot of space.
No, there's not. And it's just constant.
So you would have to, yeah. I don't know how you could actually time that right without technically being stopped. But
Because there is a stop at the bottom.
well, yeah, but at the same time,
Because you have to reverse.
yeah,
Yeah.
But you,
and if you're going slow enough, it looks like you paused.
yeah. So there's definitely no way of winning.
And he was like, if you can do it, I'll give you a thumbs up. Oh, goodness gracious. What are you looking at?
I was looking at
You got
Oblivion
distracted.
Flickering. The SpaceX Dragon rocket is orbiting at 100 miles higher than the space station. No astronauts, just 2 men and 2 women's space virgins. Virgins, by the way. Not to say virgin, it's virgin.
Virgins.
3 sensual days of weightless, empty space filling.
Space Hub.
Subscribe at spacehub.com. I don't know.
I swear to you, I am going to start an OnlyFans and just start reading bedtime stories.
I don't know. I want to do something.
Just think about it.
I want to
Like, have a nice lulling background music and just reading bedtime stories.
No. You got to make it different. Read like shampoo bottles or.
No. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the bedtimes, or I'll read Ben-Hur, but just in a calming tone.
The chariot thundered across the open plain.
Awesome.
Ben-Hur gripped the reins. I don't know.
I can make it work. I
No,
swear
I know you
can.
could, but the problem with doing that is nobody will ever get through the damn thing because they fall asleep after 2 minutes.
Perfect, and then they subscribe.
Or don't. It's like, this is
No, this is the best thing for insomnia.
maybe.
Think about it.
So is a shovel to the back of the head, but nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, but that's painful too.
Well, I don't know.
Are you saying I'm painful to listen to here?
No, I'm
that
just
what
saying in general.
Is that what you're saying?
B from the SCV. So does a bigger belly help or not? No, it actually doesn't.
Sweatimus Prime, OnlyFans, but just DOA show host pronouncing names in difficult words.
That's what I'm saying. How about that? We could read the dictionary.
Right. We just read the words.
Read the words in the dictionary
and not the definitions.
or the enunciations
Just
of it.
the words.
Just try to enunciate it.
Yeah, we don't look at the enunciation. We just try to read the word.
Because how funny would it be to have this in the background? Start off with something like that and turn around. Aardvark.
That'd be awesome.
I think it'd be good.
That'd be so good.
I don't know how anybody.
It might get tiring after a while. People will be like, all right, is this it? Is all we're gonna do? Aardvark?
Probably.
Australia.
Australia.
Anyway, the Justice Department took action late on Tuesday against a controversial Texas abortion law.
It's not controversial.
Yeah, well, it is to a lot of leftists, asking a federal court to immediately stop enforcement of that law with the legality of the law remains while it remains in limbo.
There's no
There's no limbo.
It's not. It's fully legal. And by the way, it's good to know that the Justice Department has their
Ducks in order?
yeah, they're worrying about the right things, not the fact that the President of the United States just last week sat here and had the balls to look at every single free red-blooded American in the nation and say, we're going to force you to do something that you may not want to do. Good to know that priorities are in place.
Right, yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the law, known as SB 8, bans abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected in an unborn baby, basically around 6 weeks,
Okay.
which is unique because it relies on civil, not criminal enforcement.
I don't understand what their problem is. Because again, let's just be clear for a moment.
Yeah,
It's the same thing they're doing with the vaccine. With this whole COVID thing, they're using civil people to, the civilian side of things to enforce it.
right?
It's not criminal, it's civil.
It's civil.
How many times have you seen videos of people getting bashed for walking around without a mask or, being in a public place
Or actually arrested.
Yeah, look at Australia as a perfect example.
Look at Canada with the pastor that got arrested
All of these
for
things
having church.
Yeah, it works on their side, but the fact that they actually write it into an official law, now suddenly we've got a problem. Now it's a bad thing.
Yeah, now it's a tragedy.
Because the other team is doing it, the other side is doing it.
Now it's so sad
and
to
they
see.
actually wrote it into the law. They're not just hiding behind it and trying to
An emergency
manipulate
order
Yeah, well, I was to say, or trying to manipulate the people in their group.
and communities.
Yeah, because that's what the whole propaganda thingy with the shots are anyway.
Yeah.
You make people feel guilty. How you have to do it. You have to protect other people. Da, 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 da. At least Texas has come out forward and is just saying, yeah, here's the thing. This is how the law is, and it's all going to be left up to the people to enforce.
Yep.
Because just think about that for a moment. It is civil enforcement, not law enforcement, which means that if Texas truly doesn't want it as a state, as the people of that state, they don't have to enforce it.
They'll just ignore it.
They ignore it. What's the problem?
There's absolutely no problem. This is just the state stating that we see it as a violation of human rights because it is no longer your body. Once the heartbeat, they're drawing a line in the sand, and now the line in the sand is technically still farther out than it should be because conception. Anyway, the line in the sand is at least heartbeat. The moment there's a heart beating, it is obviously not your body. It is obviously not just a clump of cells. It is, I'm sorry, women, you don't have two hearts for 9 months.
Yeah, for 9 months, you are not Doctor Who.
You aren't.
You're not from Gallifrey.
It may
okay?
be bigger on the inside, but
That's fantastic.
But you are not a TARDIS.
Nerd alert. Anyway,
Just saying.
it's just, it doesn't, again, it's the people are going to enforce it. If they truly want to do it, then they can. If they don't, then they don't.
Right.
That literally, it opens the door. The reason they can't stand this, the other side can't stand this, is because it is giving true power back to the people of Texas.
Right.
Texas, the people of Texas can then choose to do what they will. If they want to do the abortion and do it, as long as they know nobody's going to say nothing,
Yep.
and they all agree, then they're
That's
fine.
it. Yeah. See, here's the thing.
It keeps it from being this thing where the government's pushing it. Well, you have to do it, and you have to do it. It literally removes all of the boundaries. You can't propagandize it. You can't push it. You can't dramatize. You can't make anything.
You can't
done.
send women to jail because they killed their baby.
No, but you can turn around and leave it up to the other people to handle it in civil court. I think that's fantastic because then it removes the government out of it altogether.
Right. Well, for the most part, because it does judges.
No, but I mean,
judges anyway.
You know what I mean?
But yeah. It keeps the state and the feds and the cops out of it. That's the
Yeah.
best part. Yeah, so the Supreme Court's already blocked this, by the way. They already said we're not voting on this. This is not a thing we're doing.
They declined to block it.
They declined. They declined to even look at it. They're like, this isn't our territory.
Because it's civil.
It's a civil thing and it's a state thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to determine whether or not it's constitutional law because it 10th Amendment.
Yeah, a lot of people keep forgetting that one.
10th Amendment, number 10. Anything not enumerated here in this paperwork is given to the state and the people.
And literally the people get to decide it. And the best part about it is it can arguably be looked at as fluid. I know it sounds a weird way to say that, but it's fluid. It can be depending on how the state wants to go. One stretch, one amount of time, it may be completely enforcing it. The next time they may kind of let it slide.
It may be
It
one
may
state.
come back again.
You may go to Austin and everything is full abortion all the time. You may go. Then you go to Dallas, Fort Worth, and it's not.
Yeah. It leaves everything completely up to the people.
The localist of governments.
Yes, which is where it should be.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
keep going.
Sweatmas Prime over there on the Twitters at DOA Show. Bigger on the inside, you say?
Hot dog down the hallway. Woo!
Oh, yeah. The constitutionality of abortion is either reaffirmed or rolled back after the Supreme Court decides Dobb v. Jackson's Women Health Organization sometime next year.
Oh, good.
So that's going to happen next year. Next year.
So dumb.
Yeah. In an emergency motion filed by the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Texas in Austin, the Justice Department asked a federal judge to temporarily or preliminarily prevent the enforcement of SB 8. The scope of the DOJ's argument is that the SB 8 violates constitutional, specifically the 14th Amendment and Supremacy Clause.
What?
And that the federal government, quote, has the authority and the responsibility to ensure that Texas cannot insulate itself from judicial review for its constitutional violations and to protect the important federal interests that SB 8 impairs. What federal interest does that impair?
It says it violates the 14th Amendment.
Yeah, 14th Amendment. You want to read that 14th Amendment?
Okay. It's kind of it's not.
Supremacy Clause specifically.
Yeah, but I'm not. Let's see. The section 1 is all persons born in the United States or naturalized, subject to jurisdiction thereof.
Yep.
No state shall take or enforce any law that shall abridge the privileges or immunities of the citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, blah, blah.
Okay,
So right there,
that's not, this is, once again, this is civil.
but
And it's actually stopping people from killing other people.
Yeah, but-
So at that point, it's not violating that law.
well, not this one. That's section 1. Section 2, representatives shall be apportioned among
That's
several states.
representatives, whatever.
Section 3, no person shall be a senator or representative. That's
No, it's whatever.
4, the
Congress.
validity of public debt.
No.
United States. Section 5, Congress shall have no power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. Or shall have the power to enforce.
Yeah,
Okay, so I guess it would have been the section 1.
Must have been section 1.
Okay,
And they use this for Roe v. Wade as well.
but it doesn't make sense.
Right.
All persons born in the United States, naturalized in the United States, and subject to jurisdiction therein are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside.
Yep.
No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States.
Okay, stop there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So
Is this are you saying that abortion is a privilege?
not even that.
Or no. Are you saying that abortion is a privilege?
Yeah, that might be one of the ways to think.
Abortion is a privilege. Excuse me?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
There is not a law on the books. Roe v. Wade is not a law.
It's not. It's an opinion.
Yeah, it's an opinion. There is nothing, federally speaking, that gives people the right to
Kill
an abortion.
babies. Yeah.
Now, obviously,
There's no law that's ever been made because they just stuck with because they knew for a fact that the moment that they made a law, it was going to be cut away. No matter where it is, no matter when it is, no matter when it happens.
But that's kind of where I'm going with this.
It's going to be fought.
That's where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So the federal government does not have a law either approving for or against abortion.
Right.
Because they can't.
Right.
Overall, they really can't.
They have no jurisdiction.
Because that would, again, fall back under the 10th Amendment, which is states have the ability to choose and make the laws, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So other than, like you were saying, other than trying to say that abortion is a privilege, which that just takes it to a whole nother level of depravity, they're not doing anything wrong here.
It's a privilege of society
the
to be
state
able to
can
kill
make
your children.
one. The state made a law
Right.
that says that the people enforce it.
Yep.
The state's not enforcing
Civilly.
that law. Yeah. And the immunity, is, again, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Again, pausing right there. There is no law in the United States that makes it a punishment or a privilege. It's not given to you. You don't have the rights.
Right.
And you don't technically not have the right
Right.
to an abortion.
Right.
Now, again, people have been doing this forever. Well, is it killing a human being? Is it counts about blah, blah, blah. We're not even talking about that just now. We're talking basic stuff. The federal government, you're not going to get in trouble either way. Whether you do it or don't do it, you're not going to get in trouble on either side.
There's no federal law for
There's no
or
federal
against.
law for or against.
Right.
So, again, I recall going back to the 10th Amendment. Anything that is not given to the federal government
Belongs to the state
belongs to the state.
and local governments.
Continuing on with it, though, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws.
Now, so going back to your argument biblically, where you were talking about how things were listed, life is listed first,
Yeah.
and that was on purpose.
Well, it is. Most of the time, believe it or not, that's you learn that Psych 101.
Yeah, life is listed first on purpose. That is what they want to emphasize.
Yeah.
Life, liberty, property.
Yeah. In that order.
In that order.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it kill somebody?
Yes. Abortion does.
Then you can't do it.
Uh-huh.
Then you can't make a law saying that it's legal. Do you understand what that means?
Oh, no, I got you.
If you make a law saying that abortion is legal, you're already depriving somebody of a life,
Yep.
which means bad news. Liberty. Now, we have laws against murder, right? Right?
Yep.
So, are you free to murder?
No. Well, technically you are.
You are free to murder.
You are free to murder.
You are, but you have consequences.
There are consequences.
There are
yes.
consequences to murder. You are free to do it.
Uh-huh.
Just remember that there are consequences.
Uh-huh.
So you still have liberty there.
Yeah, in a really weird kind of a way.
In a weird sort of way. And property is the baby inside of that woman's womb her property? Slavery, remember, we don't.
Yeah, I know. I go.
People
There's-
are not property.
People are not property.
People
yeah.
are not property. So the answer is no. So if you don't have life, you can't have liberty and you can't gain property.
Yeah.
And that's why it's in that order.
Yep.
You can't be free or have property rights
If you're not alive.
If you're not alive. Abortion kills you before you start.
Yeah. It's you kind of get nicked right there at the beginning, right there at the starting line.
Legally, like if you just think about it legally, by our standard of government, how it's supposed to be our standard with the Constitution and how it sits. Legally, abortion is not, it is murder. It is murder legally. Like, I'm not talking religion. I'm not talking anything else. Abortion equals murder because you're extinguishing a life before it can even get out of the womb. Yeah. Not even getting a chance to have liberty, property, etc.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this whole thing is BS. And again, nobody's bothering to even try coming at Biden with the whole maybe the 25th Amendment claiming he's insane.
God, we need to get him out of there.
There's a lot how again a violation of the 10th Amendment where the federal government doesn't have a right to do this.
They don't have the right to actually
To
attack
force
these
or
people.
mandate anything.
Yeah, nope, none of it.
No rules, none of that junk applies, and we don't have to follow that stuff.
Right.
But no, let's do this. Let's stop an abortion law that actually is arguably free flowing
And honestly, has a good solid line.
on both ends.
Yeah. That's a good story right there. It's gonna be a good one.
I mean, it's an idea.
I mean, that's an idea.
We'll see.
I likes it.
That just pisses me off. I hate when people do that. It's the violation of 14th Amendment. Right.
Yeah.
How many are you violating, sir? Let's
How many amendments have you violated today?
None, because I don't work in the federal government.
That's what it was probably MacDonald Lyle saying fluid with an emphasis on both syllables is indeed weird. Fluid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
That's right.
Sometimes it's easier to let it slide. Sometimes it's not so much.
Hold on. You got to wait for that one.
No,
Yeah.
because I'm not addressing that.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
It's funny, though.
Exactly.
This is Defenders Live.
Adam W. Johnson on the Twitters.
This is fantastic.
There you go.
Adam W. Johnson, this discussion gives me a great idea, though. Assuming a court accepts that it is not life, but a clump of cells argument,
Right.
then a father could say that he contributed to that clump of cells and therefore is partially his property, and they cannot deny him that. That is fantastic.
It's true.
That's genius. Like, I mean,
Yeah. But also, you leave the so if you do the whole clump of cells thing, you also have you have the opposite side. Whereas, okay, well, if it's a clump of cells, then even if you decide that you're going to let it grow into a baby, I don't have to claim it as a father, and you can't claim me as a dad because what if I don't want it?
yeah. Which with the way that CPS and the way they do this stuff, I think it should be like that anyway. Seriously,
In a lot of ways,
I think because dads get a bad rap from the get go,
Yeah, even when they're trying to do good.
even when they try to do good, and so I think they should have a lot more leeway. It should be able to just walk away from it and that's it. And I know that sounds bad to say because there's a lot of people who have
And do.
these kind of things, and they're real dirt bags. But
They are.
at the same time, screw it.
I mean, if you're going to claim that a woman has the right to kill it,
Yeah, then the
then
dad.
you also need the equal right
Yeah.
for the guy to say, well, it's not mine.
Equal protection under the law. If
You can
she-
claim it as a life. At that point, if the woman can claim that it's just nothing, that it's
and kill it, even if the dad wants it.
yeah, even if the dad wants it, you can kill it. Okay.
Yeah,
Then if he doesn't want it and you do, he can walk away.
no repercussions. No issues, no deadbeat dad stuff, no
That's
forcing to pay child support, nothing.
I'm not an advocate to that, by the way.
For what?
That
The
idea.
Oh, I am.
No, I'm not.
Why?
Because I would rather it just not be treated as a clump of cells.
Well, no. I'm not.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm there with you. But I'm saying if we're going to play that realm,
Oh yeah,
if we're going to
play
be
the
in that
game-
world.
if you're gonna play that game, that's how far you have to go with it.
Well, I would even argue, but I'm on that fence. Even forget whether you're counting it as a clump of cells or not. If a woman can decide and can still because she has choice over her body and blah blah blah.
It's not your body at that
third.
point.
But that's how what they're saying. If they have that right to make that decision, regardless of any input from the father, then the father should never have to be held accountable. There should not be any requirements to pay child support. There should not be any requirement of any kind unless he voluntarily extends it. Period. No matter what.
Beef in the SAV. So, babies are slaves. Does that mean a certain section of the population harbors more African American slaves than another?
Trying to go deep already, man.
Yeah, he's trying to dig it.
Yeah. Dang it, Chris, over on the Twitter as well. Roe doesn't make abortion legal technically either. It just made proving it happened virtually impossible. The case was about privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of nuances to that kind of stuff, but nobody ever pays attention or
they
look
never
at it or
focus on it, yeah.
whatever. And here we are.
So,
This is funny. A concerned Pennsylvania mother is speaking out against the dangers of young children using alcohol-based hand sanitizer after her kindergartner was rushed to the hospital with an apparent alcohol poisoning. So the kid was so bored in class, he's shotgunning sanitizer.
your kid is the kid in the back of the class that has the paste open and just
The kid's back there shotgunning Purell. Check this out.
he's the one that takes the tape and like wraps his face in it,
And then just sticks the glue stick straight up his nose.
sticks a glue stick. Just he has a Sharpie in one hand and a glue stick in another, and he's double fisting it back there.
Yeah, like to get alcohol poisoning, even for a kid, you have to ingest a lot.
Yeah, it's
A lot. Which means there should have been some side effects. There should have been something a little bit more obvious before they got to the alcohol poisoning part.
Well,
I'm guessing, maybe I'm wrong.
And with hand sanitizer normally is roughly about 70% alcohol.
That's what I'm saying. So after the first
70% ABV, but you're talking about a child.
But that's what I'm saying. So unless the kid straight up downed a bottle of Purell and one go,
I wouldn't say a whole bottle.
no, it had to have been a lot to get poisoning. I mean, even for a kid.
For a kid, no. For a kid, it wouldn't.
But
have
I'm
to be
talking when I say a bottle, like I'm imagining
the small bottles.
they're going to bring in the little small bottles.
Oh, you know, like the
He's-
one-shotters.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might be right on that one.
Like that's what I'm imagining. I'm not. They're not
First off,
You're not going to the teacher's desk just sticking your head under the valve of that gallon thing they got sitting there. I'm talking about the kids having their own, the little pea.
God.
What?
B.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny. They actually went through the thing about that, what that really was. It was not
Yeah, I know, but still.
stuff, but still, I know. Yeah. The Office is good. The Office has an answer and a lot to every life thing.
Like
ever.
they somehow
They
it's
cover
already
everything.
there.
Yes. They
It's like
cover everything. It's the
The
greatest.
Simpsons and The Office.
The greatest Universal show ever.
It's there.
Telling you, it's fantastic. Pittsburgh area mother said that her child was on her second day of school of 21-22 academic year when she received a phone call that her daughter had collapsed. According to the report from KDKA-TV, the incident took place at Moon Township area's J.H. Brooks Elementary School. The unnamed child reportedly set up her desk with her school supplies and a brand new bottle of hand sanitizer, as directed by administrators, before she fell ill. The principal, quote, principal called and said to go to the school. Immediately, the child's mother recalled, she was walking a little wobbly down the hall. By the time she got to the classroom, to the lunchroom, she fell and couldn't sit up straight, end quote. The child was rushed to the hospital, where her mother said she was diagnosed with alcohol poisoning, having a blood alcohol level of 0.23.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what, almost 3 times the legal limit?
Oh,
drive?
0.08. Yeah, 0.08. Yeah.
Quote, she was completely out of it.
She was roasted, buddy.
She was. You got a hell of a headache.
This kid was swimming.
Uh-huh. She was completely out of it, Mom said. I tried to wake her, and she opened her eyes briefly, and she looked at me, but it was almost as if she looked straight through me. She started to cry, and then she laid back down. I was very scared. I had no idea. The medic didn't have any idea either. End quote. Hours later, hospital staff determined that the child had drunk 6 ounces of sanitizer containing 70% of alcohol.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that's actually is bigger than the...
No, she had the full pump.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
bigger than the little
Yeah,
squirty
you're
ones.
thinking of the one squirts.
Yeah.
She had a full pump.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if your kid is eating hand sanitizer, that's you problem.
That's a problem.
You know, you
Like that's an issue.
and I don't care what people say. People get mad at me. I don't give
hold
a
on.
damn.
I got another question before we get there.
Before I piss everyone off, go
Yeah,
for it.
How did she drink 6 ounces of the crap without getting noticed?
Yeah, I kind of was wondering that myself. The thing I'm going to throw out to piss everyone off is no, it's the parents' fault in this. Period.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm
Explain.
blaming them because of the fact that the kid obviously is putting stuff into her mouth
That she shouldn't.
that she shouldn't. Arguably, these parents.
It's a kindergartner.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
No, I got that. But I'm saying this kid. I would bet is one of the kids that maybe has a favorite toy or a blankie or something like
Sure.
that.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And will lay down with it and cuddle with it or whatever, and put it in their mouth.
And never get cleaned.
I'm not even talking about that part. Forget that side of it. But they put it into their mouth.
Right. They suck on it.
They put those. I'm telling you, those kind of kids. When you don't stop that kind of stuff, and I understand as babies, that's one thing. As they start to get older, you start going, okay,
That needs to get out of your mouth. Take it out,
unless
take
it is
take out.
food, you don't put it in your mouth.
Right. And
These
if I see it,
this parent clearly is not playing that game. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
Because this kid decides to go,
I wonder what this tastes like.
yeah.
That makes me feel funny.
I wish
What?
we had a way to like visualize what 6 ounces of Purell would be.
I mean, I can pretty much get you 6 ounces of
I just want to like a visual
liquid.
because no, I'm saying because my brain is trying to figure out how, like you said before, how the hell did this kid do this without being noticed?
Oh, hold on.
And then to take it,
talking. You keep talking.
to take it a step further though, is not only how they do it without being noticed. This kid had to again, and I'm assuming he's going to go pull it for me because I'm visually challenged. I have to see this stuff. But at what point was this kid drinking this stuff? Was it able to do it all in one shot, air quote? Or was this something that it had to, take multiple swigs of? Because if he had to take multiple swigs, at what point did this kid go, well, this tastes like crap. I probably shouldn't keep putting this in my mouth, but you know what? What the hell? I'm bored. Something isn't right. I don't know. This thing just confuses me. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere. And like I said, my first thought is I blame the parents because, little kids do that stuff. I had to do it with my kid. Shut the hell up. Are you serious?
It hasn't. Look.
That's 6 ounces.
Ounces.
Mother truck. Well, it's
I
more
mean,
like
I poured
7,
one.
but
Yeah, sorry.
still.
Here, hold on. Let me.
Still.
There.
Holy cow. You're still a little off, but that's fine. Okay. Those of you looking
Look in Dylan's hand.
on the Facebooks and the YouTubes and everything else, this is 6 ounces. I mean, granted, it's liquid, but that's 6
Here, pour it in the mug.
ounces. Yeah, let's put it in a little mug right here. Just as a cup.
Half of a glass mug.
Yeah. So the kid could not have ingested that in one take.
No, this is multiple pumps.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying even if they took the top off,
The kid couldn't chug it.
that they couldn't have chugged it. So that's what I'm talking about. So what is wrong with this kid that they turned around and was like, well, okay. I'm sorry. My first stop again is at the parents. The parents are letting this kid put anything it wants to into its mouth. Why? Because, well, why not? I don't want to upset the child and and then turn around and now they're putting that in their mouth. Then we follow up with, obviously it took multiple times. You mean to tell me in the time it took that kid to ingest all of that,
That's a lot.
the parent or the teacher in the room didn't notice ever at all?
That's a lot for a child to chug.
Yeah, like, again, it's not like a kindergarten. They're not daring themselves to do it.
No.
They're too young for that stupidity. Wait till middle school and high school. You know,
This isn't a new Gen Z or millennial doing a Tide Pod challenge. This is
a kid who doesn't know any better, who's never been told, hey, don't put stuff in your mouth.
putting stuff in their mouth.
Putting stuff in their mouth.
Yeah.
The child made a full recovery, but his mother is still concerned about the possible long-term effects.
CPS has been called.
Betcha. Superintendent Barry Belaski said that the parents are responsible for whether the child uses personal sanitizer or district-approved hand sanitizing stations.
I guess from now on, you won't have any at the desk now, will you?
Quote, the health and wellness of our students is a priority.
Yeah.
The district provides hand sanitizing stations that are available in each of our schools. In addition, students are permitted to have hand sanitizers at their desk or backpacks. However, students are not required to keep it in their desk or backpack, particularly if a parent or guardian doesn't want them to have it.
Sweat Miss Prime over on the...
Before you read that,
yeah.
did you hear that?
It isn't required.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to read it again. However, students are not required to keep it at their desk or backpack, particularly if a parent or guardian doesn't want them to have it.
Yeah.
End quote.
Okay.
So, and this is going to go off on a slight tangent, but it'll only be for a quick
close
moment.
to what you were going, huh?
So it is okay to listen to the parent if they don't want the child to have hand sanitizer at their desk.
Right.
However, the parent, that's when the parent's rule or law or, whatever is listened to. However, give it a couple of years and that same child can go to pretty much the exact same school and then tell those people that, hey, I want to have birth control and don't tell my parents, and that's okay.
Yes.
They can turn around and go to the school and say, I am no longer a girl. I want testosterone. Take me so I can go get this stuff done behind my parents' back, and that's okay.
Yes.
But not hand sanitizer.
No.
And nobody thinks that's weird
Step too
or
far.
wrong.
It's not a step too far. No.
Step my ass.
Yeah. Sweat Miss Prime at Stephen Airy. I can get you the 6 ounces. Yeah.
Tony Montana.
Yeah, it's good times.
It's great.
Say hello to my little friend.
Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. I arrested a few less than 0.3 back offenders, and one of them was 0.42. He fell down a fire escape while trying to sneak back to his barracks. 24 hours later, he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it he deserved.
Yeah. Laughing at his oblivion flickering. Laughing at an alcohol-poisoned child. You have to admit, though, drunk toddler Olympics would be a hoot.
It's not right. It's not right, dude.
Yeah, it'd be from SCV. So there's another one. How much is a full pump? Like, how much do you get per pump? That's another.
It's about a half ounce in a pump.
I don't know.
Like one of those little.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, no, that can't be a half ounce.
Nope.
That has to be like a tenth of an ounce.
Yeah, can't be a lot.
It's nothing big, because it's not supposed to be enough. It's just supposed to be enough to evaporate in your hands. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Adam W. Johnson. Before you finish the whole story, I will tell you that your skin is like a sponge and absorbs everything. So he could have been doing it by pouring it all over himself. A lot. Tomato. I guess that's possible too, but holy cow. Can you really, like, in a matter of, remember, the story went, it was just a couple hours the kid was there.
Yeah, so that kid was literally either constantly doing this and just...
Like, not just a hand, though, too. Could have had to be, like, full body, wouldn't it?
Like, just...
And they said that kid drank it.
Yeah.
Not just poured it on themselves or whatever, though. I don't know. Oblivion flickering. At least the kid will never contract COVID.
It's not right, dude. It's not right. And also, it's technically not right either. Oh, goodness gracious. So, out of New York.
I don't want to go to New York.
We're not going to go.
Okay, good.
We're not going there. But the New York governor, the new one, Miss Local Hochul herself.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Is calling on Facebook to take a step to counter abortion-related misinformation. In a letter to Facebook's founder, chairman, CEO Mark Zuckerberg, the governor requested that information on any and all existing efforts to combat misinformation regarding abortion law procedures and their availability.
Wow.
She also pressed for Zuckerberg to, quote, take additional action to curb the spread of the misinformation, as Facebook has the information related to the vaccines for COVID-19 and for voting rights.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
It doesn't
A
make
governor of one place, one place, New York governor, one state, is calling on Facebook, a international corporation.
Well, yeah, I guess it.
They are.
I'm confused, though. So she wants them to curb this stuff. Go back down
Right,
for a
the
second.
misinformation, yeah.
Yeah, because of misinformation.
Yeah, specifically
Okay, in a
about
letter to
abortion-related.
Facebook founder, chairman, and CEO Mike Zuckerberg, the governor requested information of any and all existing efforts to combat misinformation regarding abortion laws, procedures, and their availability.
Yep.
Okay.
Also,
She also pressed him
COVID
take
vaccine.
additional action to curb the spread of misinformation, as Facebook has with information. Okay, I didn't read that part.
as they
I'm sorry.
had, yeah.
I got hung up on it. I was like, wait a minute. So they're trying to say that because they already have stuff on COVID and all this other jazz?
No, as they've already done with COVID
Yeah, you mean they
and voting rights.
lied.
Shutting people down for telling the truth. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you want,
Go for it.
Kathy?
Go for it. I saw an article somewhere. It was a brief thing about how apparently the next giant solar flare may kill the internet over the entire world. And I'm like, bring that junk on, dude.
Well, yeah, I would like to do the radio still, though.
You know what? If we lost the show for a while, personally, I think it'd be worth it.
Just to get rid of the internet?
Well, yeah, just because at that point, you think about it, and everybody has to learn to work together. It's kind of a rip the Band-Aid off, Meteor 2022 kind of thing. It's hard. It's a very drastic. It's a very
that's
hardcore
harsh,
situation. Yeah. People will die. Trust me, my delusions are not. I'm fully mentally clear on what would happen. There's a lot of people that would die from that. But at the same time, if we keep going the rate we're going, people are going to die anyway, because we're headed for a giant civil war with ourselves. We're heading to giant wars with the rest of the world. I mean,
Yep. She wants to stop everything from memes to GIFs
because that's
to people posting things and even videos. Just like all of it. All of it. She wants it all gone. Even the jokes. Has to be all gone. But whatever.
just somebody who throws that kind of stuff out there. She's exactly like Cuomo in the fact that she would.
Well, she told us that she's exactly like
Well, no, but
Cuomo.
I'm saying you could really tell it because memes really you're gonna
memes
and jokes
jokes, yeah.
Apparently humor is not allowed in the Democratic Party.
It's not allowed anywhere.
It is forbidden.
Yes, humor is dead.
Oh, not to me.
Not to me either. I mean, we try to keep it here a little bit, yeah. And finally, President Joe Biden just announced a new working group with Britain and Australia to share advanced technologies, including the acquisition of nuclear-powered submarines in a thinly veiled bid to counter the Chinas. The trio, known as AUKUS,
Which you mentioned
earlier. Yep. Will make it easier for the three countries to share information and know-how on key technology areas like artificial intelligence, cyber. The cyber.
The cyber, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Sorry. I still can't get over that because cyber is not a field of anything. The cyber.
Okay.
Quantum.
That's not a field either.
Underwater systems.
That is.
And long-range strike capability.
I have a problem with this because I know for a fact Australia can't actually go along with this.
No, they're grounded.
Yeah, they're grounded. They're not allowed to go outside.
Their mom has
we've
come knocking at the door a couple times, and Jimmy can't come out to play.
The mommy state has declared that Australia is in timeout and they're not allowed to come out and play.
That's right.
So they can't do anything. So
Not going to happen.
I guess they're out.
I mean, we've come knocking. Hey, is Jimmy available to come and play? It's not happening.
No, Jimmy's in trouble. This is just done. And by the way, the United States, Australia, and the UK.
Yuck. And by the way,
Australia?
Did you notice that in the acronym we're last?
Well, we're last in everything. They're going to put us last. Did you also notice that technically Australia and the UK shared the same letter? A-U-K-U-S. Australia be A-U, and then the UK is
The UK.
They should say, because they didn't want to do all, because
No, Australia is just A.
no, that's Canada.
A.
I love how this next line, we must take our partnership to a new level. This is, what are we dating?
It's a whole new world out there.
Australia? British, the United Kingdom?
We need to take this to the next level.
I think it's time we can go to second base now. If you're ready, I'm ready to take.
Have you
our
taken your shoes
partnership.
off?
I'm ready to take this to the next level. I feel comfortable now. I trust you, and I'm ready to take our partnership to the next level. If that's something you want to do.
I mean, we've
I
only
love
been
you.
here for 200 years, so.
I love you.
I love you. We're adding a new chapter in our friendship. It's another quote.
Hold on.
That's another quote.
Hold on for a second. Scroll up just a bit because I want to know. One of them is Australia. One of them is the UK.
Morrison.
Morrison is the UK.
Boris Johnson is UK.
Johnson is the UK.
Yeah, Morrison.
Morrison is from Australia.
Yeah, so here's Biden. Biden says this. This is about investing in our greatest source of strength, our alliance, and updating them to better meet the threats of today and tomorrow.
Okay.
That's Joe Biden.
So his is all businessy sounding, blah blah blah. Australia sounds like is the desperate girl who's we're dating, we're finally dating, we're taking our partnership to a new level,
And it's from a woman, too, so that's
I know
even better.
But then you got the UK Boris Johnson sitting there going, yeah, no, I just want to be friends, but we're closer friends than we are.
Yeah,
It
we're
sounds
better
like
than what we used to be.
we're adding a new chapter in our friendship. Sounds like he's writing in his diary. Dear diary, met with United States and Australia today, talking about having a threesome.
Looks like a new chapter in our friendship.
It's a new chapter in our friendship. I still don't know how I feel about this whole thing, but
We'll see how it goes.
I'm walking into it with an open mind. More tomorrow, XOXO, Boris Johnson.
BJ.
Yeah, exactly. This is so stupid. Why?
All three countries will work over the next 18 months to figure out how best to deliver the new technology, which the U.S. traditionally has only shared with the U.K. officially.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
This handy little thing called the internet.
The internet.
It's a weird thing. You can have,
Shared ideas.
You can share ideas through the internet.
You can have a Teams call.
You could. There's a lot of ways you can
Don't do
communicate.
Zoom because China owns that one.
Yeah, you want to
You want to stay off the Zoom.
stay off the Zoom. But you can go that route. There's a lot of ways you could do it off the internet. You can send things, and you can even encrypt them. You can use VPNs to bounce it from place to place. There's a lot of things you can do on
You could present yourself in
internet.
Australia on the internet from home.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Australia doesn't seek a nuclear weapon, Morrison and Biden emphasized. Still, a senior U.S. administration's official previewing the remarks on Wednesday morning said that the nuclear-powered submarines that, quote, this technology is extremely sensitive. This is, frankly, an exception to our policy in many respects. I do not anticipate that this will be an undertaken in any other circumstances going forward.
Yeah, whatever.
We're going to sink our sub into Australia.
That's probably what's going to happen. Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. If she wants to regulate the internet, here's a good regulation. Ban the use of social media by elected officials until they're out of office, preferably regulated by the FEC. That's fantastic.
It would
That's
work.
a good idea.
Yeah,
I
it
like
could be.
that one.
I mean, that's the kind of ideas that they need for government.
But they don't listen to none of that stuff
No, it's
either.
not.
So there you go. Oblivion Flickering. We demand that Facebook not allow people to spread misinformation about abortion, such as abortion is wrong.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
And finally, Sweatimus Prime, also on Twitter, at DOA Show. How much is a full pump? I don't know. With a gift of Austin Powers. That's not mine. So there you
Also,
go.
Adam W. Johnson answers it. $20, same as downtown.
There you go. Go to mojo50.com. Check out the other awesome hosts and shows over there. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com for historically great coffee. It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Follow us on all of the social medias at DOAE Show.
Go to our website, doashow.com.
Kind of like it's there. Guys, we will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great night. See you.
Later.
Bye.